welcome to a brand new episode of the Jampack Report today for July the 8th of 2020. Of course, my name is Samuel Adams, and this is a daily gaming news podcast meant to bring you the hottest news you need to know from around the industry, hosted on YouTube and podcast services around the world 5 days a week. It is your one-stop shop for everything you need to know. So if you enjoy the show and you like what you see, hit that button and keep coming back for more. You know the button, the subscribe one. It's on YouTube and probably on your podcast service. Yeah, hit that one. But today, we saw Ninja return to the streaming world with a stream on none other than YouTube. Ninja streams on YouTube for the first time after Mixer's shutdown. Popular video gamer and prominent Fortnite live streamer Tyler Ninja Blevins is reportedly in talks with multiple live streaming services, including YouTube. He has not yet signed a new exclusive deal since his previous home Mixer was shut down by Microsoft. But Ninja streamed Fortnite today on YouTube for the first time, accompanied by a group of other streamers, including Tim the Tatman, Dr. Lupo, and Courage JD, and attracting more than 100,000 concurrent viewers. Quote, Ninja is currently in negotiations with streaming platforms and no exclusive deal has yet been signed, including YouTube, esports consultant Rod Slasher Breslau reported before Ninja's stream started today. Today's YouTube live stream from Ninja is all on his own. Maybe he'll stream on Twitch too. The stream ultimately was only broadcast on YouTube. Earlier this week, Ninja's wife and manager Jessica Blevins tweeted that this week, quote, will be fun. This suggested some kind of announcement may be imminent that may relate to the YouTube stream above, which marks Ninja's first stream in several weeks. He tweeted an excitement about the stream but offered no indication of what he is planning to do moving forward. Ninja left his massive Twitch platform for an exclusive deal with Mixer last year. However, Microsoft recently announced that the live streaming service would close up shop after July the 22nd, netting him a massive payout and the flexibility to move to either Facebook Gaming, where Microsoft is shifting its efforts, or to regain his freedom to go elsewhere. Where Ninja will go now remains a mystery, but it was spotted earlier this week that Ninja was testing a YouTube stream on his official channel. So the big question here is, will Ninja stick around on YouTube? And personally, I think it really comes down to YouTube or Twitch. Those are really the only two options that make sense to me. And personally, I feel like Ninja should go to YouTube, and that is just my 2 cents, and I'll tell you why. Ninja should go to YouTube because, in a way, he has exceeded what you see from streamers like Tim the Tatman on Twitch, or like Darkness429 on Facebook, or if you want to go back to Mixer, Jared FPS is one that comes to mind. Ninja is a brand. Ninja has gone above and beyond what many others have been able to accomplish in their streaming careers. And for many people, they get on this PewDiePie level. Now, Ninja is not on the PewDiePie level, but he is getting into that threshold. And so if you want to really tap into the largest possible audience, it is wise to go to one of the world's most popular platforms and stream there and create content on that platform, and that is YouTube for Ninja. Of course, it is also worth mentioning that his viewer base and his fan base is much younger than those that might be fans of other streamers. They do tend to be in their late 10s, early teens kind of age range. And so I think that lends itself more to YouTube than even to Twitch. Now, will this kind of concurrent viewership continue? Absolutely not, because whenever a big streamer makes a comeback or switches to another platform, it is always going to be the case that you see very inflated numbers because people love drama and they like big news, and so you want to see what's going on. I tuned into Ninja's stream very briefly today, and then I realized that he hasn't changed anything with his formula at all, and it's still just Ninja playing Fortnite, which never really did appeal to me, but that is exactly what so many other people want. And to be able to hover around 100,000 concurrent viewers, that's a lot regardless of platform. So I think Ninja is likely to stick to YouTube, and the big question also is, will there actually be a deal struck? Will money be exchanging hands? And that is kind of yet to be seen. It would make sense to see YouTube make an offer, but at the same time, YouTube and Twitch have exceeded the need to actually put out any kind of bid, to actually pay to have a streamer on their platform, because they are massive platforms to begin with. You want to be on YouTube. You want to be on Twitch. Mixer and Facebook Gaming, no one really wants to go to Mixer and Facebook Gaming if you already have an established brand and a career in streaming. It's a much more enticing move if some money is offered on those platforms. For YouTube and Twitch, they're pretty ubiquitous with streaming. So we will see what happens with Ninja, but it certainly is exciting to see him back, and I love tracking the movement of the entertainment side of the gaming industry. But there is also another big piece of entertainment coming. The Sims Sparked is a reality competition for The Sims 4 that is set to air on TBS. Electronic Arts has announced a reality competition series centered on The Sims. A reality competition has been announced. Contestants will be given creative challenges to build the most unique characters, worlds, and stories through The Sims 4. The Sims Sparked is a 4-episode series where players will compete in both skills and elimination challenges with $100,000 in prizes. Contestants from the Sims community will try to beat the clock to impress a panel of celebrity judges. The 12 contestants, which are familiar online personalities, will be fully revealed during the first episode. In addition to the show, the Sims 4 players can participate in a series of in-game challenges called the Sparked Challenge Program. It will kick off on Friday, July 17th, and the top creators can win a chance to be considered for a future season of the show. The show features host Ray Von Owen, a former American Idol finalist, and 3 judges: BuzzFeed multiplayer YouTube personality Kelsey Mpichi, I messed that one up, singer-songwriter Taylor Parks, and Maxis game developer Dave Miotke. The Sims Sparked is to be presented in partnership with Turner Sports esports brand E-League and BuzzFeed Multiplayer. It will debut on Friday, July the 17th at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on TBS, and episodes will continue to premiere weekly on Fridays, July 17th through August the 7th. And there will be encore telecast airing on Saturdays at 8 a.m. on the network. BuzzFeed Multiplayer will be where you can watch it digitally, as it will be streaming each episode on Mondays following the televised broadcast. This is neat. Again, it's kind of like how CSGO esports began to branch into the world of televised performances and televised tournaments. I think that was a big first step, and it certainly is a larger step. But then you see, instead of just skill-based broadcast, you get to this entertainment side of things where you can have challenges, but ultimately this is more of a friendly, laid-back style of entertainment as compared to the high-octane esports that you get from competitive esports like CSGO, like Valorant, and often like Call of Duty Warzone, which is still not going to be on the same level as a CSGO or a Valorant in that regard. But The Sims Sparked certainly looks interesting. Of course, I'm not a big Sims player myself, but it is certainly a very popular series, and it is exciting to see a lot of big streamers getting in on this. Of course, I saw little Sia, so she is going to be involved, a very big pillar of the, of course, Just Dance community. So we'll see what happens with The Sims Sparked, which again is going to air on Friday, July 17th, and end on August the 7th with weekly shows set between then and there. But speaking of gaming entertainment, a Tony Hawk video game documentary is set for an August release date. While the remade version of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is set to launch in September, a documentary about the making of the original game is set to drop next month. Pretending I'm Superman, the Tony Hawk video game story will arrive on digital and video on demand platforms on August the 18th. The documentary features interviews with Tony Hawk and the developers and skaters who had a hand in making the classic game, including Steve Cabello, rough one, that one, Rodney Mullen, Chad Muska, and Jamie Thomas. After the film was shown at the Mammoth Film Festival, it was acquired by Wood Entertainment for worldwide distribution. Quote, "I am really excited to partner with Wood Entertainment," said the film's director Ludwig Gurr. "It has been a long journey making the documentary, and I am stoked it will finally be released for skateboarding while Tony Hawk's Pro Skater fans worldwide. The art form and video game had an enormous impact on Generation Y/Z, and the story behind it is even more fascinating. You can check out the trailer below." Of course, you can check out that trailer if you would like, but I want to riff on this quote first and foremost. "It's been a long journey making the documentary, and I'm stoked it will finally be released for skateboarding and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater fans worldwide. The art form and video game had an enormous impact on Generation Y/Z. That is exactly hitting the nail on the head. Whenever you think about games that are formative for people between the ages of 15 and 25 or even 15 and 30, you can't not mention Tony Hawk's Pro Skater to some degree. I fell in love with this game. I absolutely played the mess out of this game. I adore Tony Hawk, and I can't wait for the remakes this year. But I love the idea of having a documentary showing how this game came to be, and I cannot wait to dive in and give it a watch myself. So if you do do want to check out, of course, Pretending I'm Superman, the Tony Hawk video game story, it is going to be hitting a digital shelf near you on August the 18th. I would highly recommend you at least give the trailer a watch here. I'm not going to show it on my show because that is against copyright rules, but I would highly encourage you to check it out for yourself. But Donkey Kong Country and 2 more games are coming to Nintendo Switch Online in July if you want something to play between now and the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater Remake release. I do want to make it very clear, those games are not going to be coming to Switch. That was just a clever transition from yours truly for today's show. The July drop of free games for Nintendo Switch Online subscribers has finally been confirmed. Members get 3 games this month on July the 15th. Donkey Kong Country is the highlight of this batch, with the game joining the SNES lineup. Subscribers can also look forward to Natsume Championship Wrestling on SNES and EA's The Immortal on NES. Donkey Kong Country, of course, is well remembered for its cutting-edge visuals and for introducing gameplay that would later be followed by several sequels, including the Wii U and later the Switch's Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. The above lineup is available in North America and Europe, while Japanese players get the SNES's Shin Megami Tensei and Gun Deck alongside Donkey Kong. Very cool additions to the Nintendo Switch Online lineup. Of course, as they mentioned, Donkey Kong Country is absolutely the highlight, but if you are a subscriber, congrats, you can get access to these Nintendo Switch Online titles. But to round out today's show, a bit of a what could have been for you guys. Call of Duty Modern Warfare could have had a zombie mode where robots held the undead on a leash, but it never happened. As we know, the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which really should have a 2019 in its title to be real, never ended up having a zombies mode. Not every entry, since World at War started the trend, has done it mine, but over time Activision's various studios all warmed up to the idea. Modern Warfare could have had one too, but it never got past the planning stage, at least according to artist Aaron Beck. This past week, Beck muses that they, quote, finally got clearance to share this art, which showcases an unused concept from the early days of Modern Warfare's production. Beck says that originally zombies were considered, with the spin of having them held captive by leashes on quadruped bots. If you told me this was a screenshot from an upcoming Metal Gear Solid game featuring a boss who commands a zombie robot horde, I'd believe you. Instead, we'll have to settle for that already disappointing Metal Gear Zombie game that actually exists, of course, in reference to Metal Gear Survive. So there's a screenshot of what could have been. This is the Modern Warfare zombies that never did see the light of day. Personally, really glad they didn't go with zombies on this one. At the same time, kind of wish they had, because Spec Ops just isn't what people expected, and it's something that I'd never even got into the world to I just don't want to play it. So zombies would have gotten more playtime because people are more familiar with it, but I do always support a development studio going with what the collective heart of the studio wants to do, and clearly they went for the realm of realism. So, of course, we will never see what this could have been, but there you have it. Zombies were originally in the cards, at least as a potential outcome for Call of Duty Modern Warfare's reboot. But that rounds out today's episode of the Jampack Report. If you enjoyed today's show, drop me a like down below and let me know what stories caught your eye. I would love to hear what you have to say about Ninja streaming on YouTube. Do you think it's a good idea? Would you have liked to see zombies in Modern Warfare? And how do you feel about The Sims and Tony Hawk? Would love to see what you have to say down below. But until tomorrow, you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. I'll talk to you soon, and peace.